Hi, Michael Griffiths here, founder of Referral Marketing Guru, and welcome to this Get More Referrals Today podcast. I was asked a really interesting question last week. What do I do when I reach out to someone and I say, how are you? How can I best help you? And they answer back with, what do you think you could do for me? So this is really important because I've always gone, we need to reach out to people. You've always got to be saying that, how are you to people? You've always got to be offering to help people. And there's a lot of people who've got no idea, they've never even thought of, if someone asked them how they could best help them, what they would say. So that's a whole different podcast, because you have to be ready when someone says, how can I best help you? You have to have a plan in place. You have to know what you are going to say. But let's flip it over. And what happens when you ask, you know very well what you want them to do for you, but they come back and they say, I really don't know. I've never been asked that before. What would you recommend? What can you do for me? How can you best help me? And they turn the question back onto you. So when that occurs, I'm still not going to decide what I'm going to do for them. It's not up to me. What is up to me is being willing to help. A, be willing to ask the question, and then B, be willing to do what they would like me to do. If they can't determine what that is, then I really can't do a great deal for them. However, this is how I would answer that question. So I've just reached out to somebody and I've gone, hey, John, hope you're doing fantastic. Please let me know if there's anything I can do for you. By the way, I'd suggest sending at least 10 of those messages today. And now someone comes back and they say, John comes back and he says, hi, Michael, thanks so much for reaching out. I'm doing fantastic. So also, how do you think you could best help me? So straight away, I go, good. John wants some help. That means he's probably going to be willing to help me also. But he doesn't know how he wants help. So I'm just going to prompt. I'm more than happy to promote anything you've got coming up, announce things that you're doing, share things that you'd like to get more exposure for. And I leave it at that. It's now up to John to determine, is there something that he wants me to promote? Is there something he wants me to share? Is there something he'd like me to announce? And if he hasn't thought about that beforehand, that's probably going to take him a little while to work out. But again, it's not up to you to determine what it is that you're going to promote, share, announce. It's up to the other person to have their stuff in order. But by simply just giving a few prompts, hey, happy to promote anything. Is there anything you'd like me to share or announce? That will generally get them through the first one, in which then they can respond, oh, I'd love if you wouldn't mind doing this for me. And most of the time people will go, and what can I do for you? And now you can get more exposure also. So just remember that when you're asking people, how can I best help you? You don't have to have this all worked out. You only need to know how you want them to be able to help yourself. You need to understand that. And you need to be willing to be able to help whatever that is that they come back with. If they're unsure, then just simply give them some suggestions. Hey, I'm happy if you've got anything you'd like me to promote, share, announce. Now, if they come back a second time and it's, how would you do that? Or who would you do that to? Or it's becoming too hard, I would tend to just let that go. So when you're sending out messages, you're going to have two different categories, probably three different categories. You're going to have people who come back and say, oh, I'd love if you wouldn't mind doing this. Perfect. Off you go. You're going to have people who come back and say, oh, that sounds great. How could you best help me? And you're simply going to respond with, hey, if you've got something you'd like me to promote, share, announce, more than happy to do that. And then they'll come back with an answer. Great, done. Then the third category is the too hard category, where they need to be spoon-fed. They need to be spoon-fed. They don't have the right mindset. They don't have the understanding of collaboration and win-wins and creating opportunities for other people. Too hard, let them go. Move on to bigger and better things. So that gives you a nice, simple process, plan, structure for when you're going out and asking people, how could I best help you? Because most of the time we don't ask, how can I best help you? Because if they don't have a way, it tends to bottleneck and it tends to stop right there. And we don't want it to stop right there. Remembering the whole purpose and the whole outcome of asking, hey, how are you going? How can I best help you? Is to be able to create opportunities for one another. It's not that I'm just asking you, doing 100 things for other people and nothing happens for me. No. But simple law of reciprocity, the more people you ask, how can I help you? The more people that ask you exactly the same thing. And because you're so well prepared, you know how you want all these other people to best help you. So go out there and start asking more people. Just go, hey, hope you're doing well. Is there anything I could do for you right now? Knowing you've got 3 different types of people, 3 different categories, you're either going to put them in the too hard basket and just not respond to the second message. You're going to have to prompt them because they're not quite sure, but once you prompt them, they're right and away they go, or they're going to answer you back straight away. So hopefully it's been helpful. Hopefully it removes maybe the bottleneck that stopped you from asking, how can I best help you? Because you're tired of getting answers just like the one we've gone through. If this is the first time you're listening, welcome. Make sure you jump onto referralmarketingguru.com.au/resources and grab some of our resources. They're going to help you generate more referrals, use your networks better, and create partnerships. Till next time, take care, and I look forward to speaking to you real soon. See you later.